Afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Hope TV's Forever Young. I'm your host, David Linton, and this is a show that celebrates life after 50. Of course, we have been doing these shows for a number of weeks as a result of the pandemic, and we'd like to thank our executive producer, Dr. E. Dewey Smith Jr., for coming up with this concept, this whole Hope TV concept, which has allowed us to bring a variety of programs. And we thank you so much the way you've embraced our program, celebrating life after 50, because again, we say age is nothing but a number and you are forever young. Of course, I'm joined by my co-host, Dr. Sharon Mitchell. Dr. Mitchell, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, David. So excited to be here once again. Always excited to join the Forever Young show and program. Exciting subject for today.
Yes, you are. Dr. Mitchell is a little bit more than our co-host. She kind of helps coordinate things too. She's a sort of a producer. Now we are missing Miss Beautiful. Those of you who've been watching the show, we have a third partner, and that's Jean Hendricks. She couldn't be with us this morning. She's on assignment somewhere, and so we pray to whatever she's doing it well, and everything will be fine. But we have an exciting topic that we are continuing. We've been talking about, movement. And in the pandemic, everybody seems to be like frozen in time, if you will. We can't go here, we can't go there. Although in some states, especially in Georgia, they've started to reopen some things. Maybe prematurely, that's here. That's not for us to decide. But we will talk about the fact that something that's really important for people of all ages. We're talking about over 50, but this is something that we all should do. And we know former First Lady Michelle Obama started the Keep Moving program to keep moving and getting youth into exercises because of the obesity and that kind of thing with youth. But today we have a guest who is an expert and is going to help us with some movement. He is, give you a little bit about him. His name is Craig Graham, AKA Fun Fitness. Now, he's a certified of over 10 years. He's a certified nutrition consultant, weight loss specialist, and health and wellness entrepreneur. And so we're going to welcome Kirk to the program this morning. Good morning, Kirk.
Good morning. Good morning. Such a pleasure to be here. Thank you, guys.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. Now, we must say there's a partnership. Your Graham, who couldn't be with us, and she makes up Team Graham, Arbonne International. You both are very passionate about targeting the 40 and up demographic, about habits and leading to optimum health and longevity. So we're going to be talking about that because again, we don't want anybody to become the couch potato, which has really become easy to do during these pandemic times. Not being able to get up and move. So our segment today is about holistic living and training. So those of you who got a friend, you can share this program on your social mediums, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please do so. So since we're focusing on Let's Move, tell us how you incorporate physical movement into your daily routine.
Well, ever since this period of sit yourself down, I had to get very creative. So when it first, when everything first started to happen, I was at the gym working. And of course, when everything really hit, they was like, hey, we're closing, don't worry about coming tomorrow. And it was like, wow, okay. So then, then it was like, okay. So now we're at home after about a week after we realized this is the real deal here. So just had to get creative. Me, myself, I just started doing it in the garage. I have dumbbells, things of that nature. Oh my goodness. Tried to start shopping for dumbbells and things of that nature. Gone. Shelves got empty real quick. You couldn't find any kind of equipment anywhere. So as long as you got, but my thing is I have all types of training. As long as you got gravity, you can get creative. And that's my job. To just give people different routines and things of that nature. So that's pretty much did a lot of body weight, did a lot of lightweight activity, things of that nature. I mean, things you just stand in one place and do. So there's no excuse not to move, And of course, start going out to the track. I am blessed to have a park close by with a nice track or what have you. So I've noticed, a lot of people out there doing that, staying active, which is a plus, I feel, because you see the families and everybody out there being active and doing that. So I know that's something that's kind of a plus if you can find one in what we're going through. But I did see that as a plus.
Okay.
That's great. So, Kurt, you're actually considered a certified personal trainer. What does that really mean, and what do you do as a personal trainer?
Well, anybody can be certified when you take courses. And shout out to NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine. That's who I'm certified through. And just being certified gives you a more in-depth. You really get to know the muscles, muscle groups, bone structure, the whole kinesiology, if you will, on how the body moves and things of that nature. So that's more of a certified is getting the book aspect. And you got a lot of people that train that don't have the book, that just know how to exercise and know how to make up workouts and things of that nature. But being certified just takes it to another level where you can actually, you're actually talking about the muscle groups and you knowing how they work and you can explain it that way. But for the most part, you got to keep it in layman terms for people, whatever. Don't everybody know what a pectoris moralis or a gluteus medius and all these types of things. So, but yeah, that's certified, meaning you'll learn. That's your book learning.
So what made you want to become one? I'm sorry, David. So what made you want to be what moved you to be a physical?
Well, I've always had, I'm an ex-collegiate athlete, and me, myself, you get into that, and that was some 30 some years ago. So, we all get into life and all like get to living life and things of that nature. I always consider myself pretty active, but once again, once you get to living life, start having families and things of that nature, I, kind of lost it. So I mean, my heaviest, I got up to about 336, pre-diabetic, high blood pressure, started taking medications and things of that nature. So I had my first turnaround at about 40. I'm 51 now, 50 and up. I had my first turnaround at about 40. So the route I took was a route a lot of people are taking nowadays with the appetite suppressants and things of that nature. But with that, I wasn't watching the quality of the food I was eating. Yeah, you're not eating as much, and of course that's the basis of weight loss. Eat less, exercise more, you're gonna lose. But what about the quality of what you're eating? So yeah, so you got to worry about like David said, the holistic. We got to realize, okay, food is for energy, but food is also let food be thy medicine. So food has a lot of healing properties and things of that nature. So if we're eating the right foods, especially during this time we're in now, it just puts us in a better state. But to get back to your question, I found myself once again after the 40 episode, I lost, but it came back because I didn't have the mindset. How many of us are. We lose and we're thinking, "Ooh, that's it. I'm through. I lost my 20." And then if you're not making a lifestyle, develop the habits, it's gonna come back. So that's my focus now with everything I do. So now I'm in my mid to late 40s, coming up on 50. And once again, still, taking blood pressure medications and all that. And I'm like, Doc, how long I got to take these medications? He said, forever. Oh, no. Devil is a lie. So I started researching and realizing that just changing your habits, changing what you're doing, changing your lifestyle. And with that, I'm a witness that, hey, I'm on no medications now. I'm in the best shape I've ever been. I'm 51 and I'm in better shape than I was when I was entering college as a freshman. So, other than just wear and tear, which comes with age, I hang in there with, I'm doing better than a lot of 30 and somethings that I train even the 20 somethings, So
Wow.
I do all right. That's what got me. I just realized I needed to change, and I wasn't about to be on medications for the rest of my life.
Well, you've given us a whole lot in that reply because, again,
Yes.
there's several things that I want people to think of. Well, first of all, you said mindset. Mindset is the
Yes.
most important thing. You have to change your mind. So as a man thinking. So, that was the important one thing. And then you talked about your diet. So we're going to dive into some of these questions. But now our audience is primarily over 50. Now you said something earlier about being 40, but now you're now into that 50 age group. So obviously I was going to ask, does age preclude anybody from having a personal trainer? Does age at any age, can anybody have a personal trainer? Say I'm 62. I am 62. I know I don't make it. You don't have to say anything. I don't make it. But it's,
No.
is there a limit?
Clients are in their 70s and 80s because they're the ones who their minds are more open. Oh yeah, some of my best clients are in their 70s and 80s, most definitely. And I love it. And that's what it's about. And I'll be like, you're my hero because you're what I strive to be. Because that's what we want. We just don't want to be around. We want quality of life. Okay, we're in these golden years now. We done worked all our life. We got a little,
absolutely,
something in the bank. We got a little something in the bank. So if we want to travel or when we want to go somewhere, or even if we want to play with our grandkids, we ain't got to be where, we can do that. Because I always tell my clients the wheelchair doesn't roll good on the beach. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
So now, it's not about being here, but having quality of life while we're here. And that's what I advocate, and that's what I preach. So this Forever Young thing was just right on my head. I was like, booyah.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? And we're glad because your enthusiasm is really what's it's a part of it. About the mindset. And you were now let me take you. You said something earlier, like I said in your answer. You gave us so many. We had some questions, but as an interview, I like to pick a little thing from you said and just kind of go there. You said that when you went to look for equipment, it was gone. So. What are things around the house and how do people use things, that everyday things that can help them exercise? Is there, like we may have steps or whatever. Give us some examples.
Exactly. For one thing, a chair. I have you go to I guess we're going to talk about my YouTube and all that. I got a lot of videos on my YouTube that I did home. I'm right there in the garage at Fun Fit for You. And that's FUNFIT, a numeric 4, YOU, no space. So I got, and that's all 3 of my platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and IG. And I got great videos. I'm out there in the gym. I call it Quarantine So What. I got a whole series. And so I'm out in the gym. I'm in the living room. Yeah. So one of my favorite objects is a chair. I take a chair. And with that chair, we're doing pretty much a whole workout. We're doing step-ups. We're doing push-ups. We're doing ab workouts. We're doing knee lifts. We're doing flutter kicks. I mean, so oh man, a whole plethora of things. And you do it in an organized fashion where you're doing it in rounds. So you start with about 2 rounds for your novice, and then you get up to, and then when you really get going, you're getting in good shape. You move it up to about 5 rounds, 5 or 6 rounds. So no excuse.
Excellent.
I
think I found me a fitness trainer. YouTube.
I know.
Also, you have your canned goods. You want lightweight.
Yeah, I was
canned
say that.
goods.
Right.
You have your jugs. A lot of people use jugs, gallon jugs, fill them full of water. And they are good because you can fill them to your desired weight. Okay. And with that, you can do curls, shoulder presses, lateral raises, all kind of, So, and that's a lightweight. And it's not about the weight more so than the reps, than the movement. That's what we're talking about. It's the movement and doing it over across a period of time where you really start to feel some fatigue in that muscle. So it stimulates growth.
So, Kurt, do I need a personal trainer to do what you're telling me that you're discussing? Do I need to have a personal trainer? What are the benefits?
Of course, yeah, because what a personal trainer, what we do, other than just show you what to do, we motivate you. We keep you accountable. That's my biggest thing with people, the consistency, the accountability. And once again, like David said, most of that is right here. Because I talk to so many people who tell me what they used to do, what they did before, and it was great. I lost 50-some pounds a couple of years ago. But why now you're 100% overweight? Mindset. They lost it and they were like, "Ooh, I'm through." They're like I said, "I'm done." And you went back to doing what you was doing. We got to create a lifestyle. Once we create a lifestyle, and that's my main focus, not just the nuts and bolts of it. It's making it a lifestyle where you don't need me anymore. You know what I'm saying? I want you not to need. I want you to just come back to me, just ask me different pointers or things of that nature. I want to see you in the gym like, hey girl, what's up? You know, so that's what I like. When it's become a lifestyle.
Yeah. Okay. You said something about you being accountable. So how do you keep people accountable during pandemic? I mean, you know, that's the key. I mean, if you came to see me every week or we were working out, that's it. But how do you get them during this period of time?
I mean,
and I know
my clients, for example, my clients, of course, other than, you know, the weekly check-ins, and I'm always following up with them, you know, things that are just doing my little weekly check-ins, and depending on my rapport with them, you know, I might kind of touch a nerve here and there, depending on my rapport, you know, but just checking in, keeping them accountable, weigh-ins. You know, I do bi-weekly or monthly. I'm not an advocate of stepping on the scale every day, because it's just like watching water. It doesn't boil. But if you give yourself time to, you know, actually the weight to actually leave, then that's when you see results. So I'm an advocate of bi-weekly weigh-ins or monthly weigh-ins. So yeah, just pretty much that's some techniques of accountability that I use. Weekly check-ins, things of that nature. I mean, if you grown now, you know, yeah, I do a weekly check-in with you, and we do monthly body fat checks and things of that nature. And the numbers don't lie.
This is true. So you told us about the ages of your clients. Who are the type of people that you have as clients? Are they just ordinary citizens? Are they people who are in careers that require them to be fit? What type of clients do you really have?
My clients have been teachers, nurses. I have some retired law enforcement, but the highest percentage have been nurses and teachers. Oh, my nurses, bless their heart. My wife's a nurse. God bless them. I love them. But they do, I guess they take care of other people so much, they just let their help Zabadi.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the teachers as well. See, and it's all about teachers. Most of my teachers are sedentary. You know, we live a sedentary lifestyle, educators, things of that. So don't really, you know, do a lot of sitting down. That's what sedentary means. Live a sitting down, non-active type lifestyle. So, and that over time, your core gets weak, all of that. So yeah, pretty much to answer your question, nurses, and of course my retirees, of course retired law enforcement. I got a couple of police chiefs that I'm counseling. Yeah, you know, they let themselves go, and all of them have been ex-military. They've been in the military, they've been on the police force and all that, but like I said, it's the habits. Once we leave and we start developing these habits that don't lead to optimum health, that's what happens.
Okay. So take me through, you know, I guess the root question would be, what do you provide for your clients? And you've kind of said that, but I'm coming to you, Kirk. My name is David Linton. I'm 165 pounds. I'm 5'10". And I'm not. I'm giving you. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm 62, and I'm on. I just started taking high blood pressure medicine. What kind of regimen would you provide for me? I mean, how would you sit down and get it together? I'm just trying to do it for our audience to kind of understand, because people
Right.
sometimes are just a little private. They don't want to share, and if you don't share, you can't get. So I'm being the open book for you today.
Exactly. So I do a general, we all as personal trainers have to do a general assessment of where you at, and hopefully you're being as honest as possible. So me, myself, of course, I'm gonna ask you, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? And of course, everybody, I want to tone up, I want to lose weight. And that's when I hit them with, okay, what about a lifestyle? So I'm seeing where your mind at. Now I got to see where your body's at. Are there any injuries? What injuries have you had? What ongoing issues do you have? Medical issues. Are you still under a doctor's care? And of course, the doctor trumps what I don't override anything your physician says or does. I follow under the physician. That's my code of conduct that I have to follow as a personal trainer. My scope of practice. So I always have to follow what the physician says. That's part of my certification. So after that, then I'm gonna just see where your head at. And then I might take a general assessment, meaning a general fitness assessment. So it's things that we do. We're gonna do step ups, nothing real major. We're gonna do step ups. We're gonna do sit ups. So step ups is testing your cardio. Sit ups testing your core strength. Push ups testing your upper body strength. Squats and things of that nature. We'll do a wall squat testing your core and lower body. So those are just general assessments so I can see where you at. Now we can, according to what you told me your goals are and where you're at, now we can develop a personalized regimen. I know where to start, and then from that, we're gonna turn up the heat each month. We're gonna turn up the heat. So after that first month, you ought to be, okay, you're going to turn up the heat again. The second month, you're going to turn it up some more. So it's all about progress. It's all about a slope, a positive slope.
Okay. So I need a doctor's note before I begin my program with you?
I need to know, I need, depending on what type of conditions or anything like that, if you're still under doctor's care, I need to know that the doctor is all right with you working out, and if he has any recommendations. I take the doctor's recommendations along with my own assessment. I have to follow what the physician says.
Okay.
Because you're under his care.
So and you can tailor my program based upon that.
That's it.
Okay.
That's right.
So if you're just joining us, this is Hope TV. You're looking at Forever Young, our weekly program that celebrates life after 50. And today we are continuing our subject of keeping it moving in fitness and health. And of course, today we're really blessed to have Kurt Graham here from Arbonne International, a physical trainer. He's given us some great information about how we can stay young physically, because again, starts with the mind. You got those creaky bones, you don't want to have creaky bones. And so we're just talking about how you can stay active and how you can still stay young, first in mind and then in body. Now, you've talked to us a little bit about, how we can use things around the house, but, I think the thing that most people, I think most businesses, everybody has been affected by the pandemic, and you've actually talked about it a little bit, but what has been the biggest challenge for you in terms of the service that you provide to people? Because again, we all have services, and most services are, you're touching people, one-on-one. So how have you been able to navigate it, and what is the biggest change in how you deliver your services to your clients?
Well, just like a lot of, as far as my one-on-one, of course, I have to take the safety precautions. Everything gets sprayed, mask and I social distance when I'm working out with my one-on-one face-to-face clients. But I've also my virtual business has went up. So I do a virtual training through Zoom. So most definitely that's one of the ways. This is like a no excuse, and that's been working out for me great, So that's how I had to adjust. You find a way, because there's no excuse not to move and get it out to the people. And of course, once again, I have my videos that you can follow right along, my YouTube videos that you can follow right along with as well. So those are the kind of changes. But yeah, it has threw a monkey wrench in the fact that you just got to take, just like every business now, you got to take a little bit more precaution. You ride by different depart clothing stores. People are standing in line like they waiting to get on the roller coaster just to go in and shop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I went by
so give us your
Outlet.
website. Give us your website and your YouTube channels again, so people can go and see how to get to us.
All right.
Share website.
Fun Fitness. My YouTube is at Fun Fit for You, no space in between. And the 4 is a numeric 4, like number 4. So Fun Fit for You. And that's my YouTube. I have a Facebook page. I have a personal Facebook page, Kirk J. Graham. But I also have my fitness Facebook, which is at Fun Fit for You. And also my IG, which is more fitness related, but pretty much nutrition and fitness. IG is at Fun Fit for You as well. And our website for our nutrition products are CherylandKirk.arbonne.com. So that's Cheryl with a C, CHERYL, and Kirk, no space, Kirk, KIRK, .arbonne, ARBONNE.com. CherylandKirk.arbonne.com. And that's where you can see our website, purchase our amazing plant-based products, and look at the ingredients and all of that good stuff. So just find out more about what we offer.
So
Okay,
Kurt,
now
along that
Go ahead,
line, what kind of products do you offer for nutrition, for your nutrition site? Is it meals? Are they actually meals?
Our nutrition, well, I'll tell you what, I got a couple right here behind me. These are just some examples.
Product placement.
Yes. We have our plant-based protein. Okay, this particular one is strawberry flavor, but our plant-based protein is just better for you. I found this is my opinion, of course, but I found it helps me as far as other than the whey, because the whey is a derivative of dairy. And when we get older, dairy is not so good for us, especially we're talking about our 50 and up. Dairy is acidic to the body, it creates mucus and things of that nature. So that's one of the big pluses about our plant-based protein. And this is one of our great products here, our Greens Balance. And it's for those who don't like to go and buy your veggies at the farmer's market like I do. But this is a great, you got all your nutrients and veggies in one container. This mixes well just with water, or like I do, mix it with my protein shakes, things of that nature. So these, not to go into a whole, but yeah, these are just a couple of our products that we have. Not to make this
no, this is we want to know, because it's a part of the whole program that you services. I mean, and again, and we're winding down, but we did make reference to Cheryl at the very beginning, and you just made a reference to Cheryl. So it's a partnership. So what roles is she a trainer as well, or does she's in charge of she's the creative of what is her role? I mean, how do you guys work together? So the partnership. We got to give her a shout out. So we don't want you to get home and see, why
Actually, well, I got into the business under her, when we first started dating. And she was she was well along in the business, and she was living out in LA at the time. That's just a whole different lifestyle out in LA if you've ever been to California. It's just
I used to live there.
There are a lot
Yeah.
more health conscious things of that nature out there. So she lived out there for 14 years, and we began dating, and we were bi-coastal. I visit her a month at a time. She'll come here. And she got me involved in the business, got me engulfed in the culture, and it just took my level of understanding up astronomical, as far as what we're putting into our bodies and how it all ties in with our well-being. And not just what we're putting in our bodies, but what we're putting on our bodies. Because everything you put on your skin dissolves into your bloodstream in 26 seconds. So the lotions we're using, these perms we're using, the makeup, the cosmetics, all of this stuff, especially women. So that's why I thought I didn't initially get in because I thought it was more catered toward women. Once again, until I got in depth into the culture, and I was like, oh, okay, yes, things here for men, we need this as well. Me using Vaseline and all of that, thinking I'm all right, and realizing Vaseline is it's petroleum. It's a derivative of gas. It's an insulator. Doesn't let your skin breathe. So yeah, these are things I learned, and it just put me up astronomical in my knowledge. And I became a business partner under her. And then as we got married, we just made it a whole partnership. So her background, she's a registered nurse. She's been doing that for 20-some years. So she just loved caring for people. That's what she's passionate about. And right now she works she's not on the hospital floor no more. She does clinical type contract work now. She works at a wellness facility that does IV drips, cryotherapy, compression therapy, things of that nature. So if y'all in town, it's called Restore up in Sandy Springs. So go visit them. So they're still getting a lot of business now because of the IV drips, as far as the B12, vitamin C, vitamin D3. All of these things help with your immunity, that helps you fight off these diseases. That helps your body, builds your immunity to help you fight these diseases that are out here. Okay? Not to make any claims or anything, I'm just telling you what it does, what it helps you do, what it helps your body does. It makes your body more immune to diseases. So they've been real busy. And of course, they do massage therapy, sauna therapy, all that good stuff. So it's all about, like Dave said, just a holistic wellness. And that's what it's about.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad I brought up the question about Cheryl. So we're going to have you guys back at some point, because now we need to have the brains of the operation here. No, I'm only kidding. but this has been so informative and such a good segment. Again, those of you who are just tuning in, and we're winding up, we'd like to thank Kurt Graham for being here today and sharing these things about keeping movement. And keeping moving is we're talking about your health, because this is a thing that we all can buy into, whether you're 12 or 112, because again, especially at this time, he talked about the things that you just talked about in the last segment, about things that you put on your skin. And those are things that are important for us to know, because I'm a firm believer, this is a Lintonism, no scientific matter, but I think that all of the things that we put on ourselves and in ourselves is the reason we have all of these diseases. Because when you look at any medicine they put on TV, they give you 30 minutes of side effects.
Right.
So again, Kurt, I just want to thank you for being here. If there's just one thing, if you're doing an elevator pitch and you had one thing you wanted to leave with our audience today, what would that be?
Treat your body better than you do your car. All right. We, we change our oil. We wash it. We want to put the best stuff on it to keep it shiny. We want to warm it up before we drive it. All right. These are things you have to do to your body as well. And I don't know how many cars I've had in my life, but God has blessed me with one vessel. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
All right, that's a good one. Any parting things, Dr. Mitchell? Anything you want to say? Any parting things this week?
Just to say, Kirk, we certainly appreciate the knowledge that you provided today, both particularly as it relates to a holistic approach. And I'm like, David, we'll have to bring you and Cheryl back so that we can have the full gamut of what you all provide. And we just so appreciate your agreeing to be part of this program. This is such great information, not just for our audience, but for anybody that's interested in caring for their body better than they care for their car. So thank you, Kurt.
Yeah, that was a great elevator pitch. I had to tell you.
I wasn't confirming on that, but I'm gonna leave it right there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of another exciting episode, an informative episode of Forever Young. And just remember, this is a production of Hope TV. We'd like to thank Cammie Tappan, who's our producer. We want to thank our executive producer, Dr. E. Dewey Smith Jr., for creating this platform for us to connect with you during this pandemic. And as we always say in parting, remember, you are forever young because age ain't nothing but a number. For Dr. Sharon Mitchell and our Gene Hendricks, who's not here with us today, I'm David Linton. We'll see you next week. Take care and be safe. 3 W's: wear a mask, watch your distance, and of course, wash your hands. That's right. Take care. God bless.
Great.